So we said earlier that we have a number of different kinds of rules, okay, starting from assimilation, all right, to deletion, insertion, major class change, all right, we have also seen rules like vowel reduction, vowel reduction, stress, of course, stress too, all right. Okay, so basically these are the different kinds of rules that we have seen. Now we're going to see how do we translate rules such as assimilation, deletion, insertion into formal notations. Okay. Okay. So if we take, for example, the English plural s, all right. So we would say that it's actually a z sound, okay, that becomes s, all right. For example, when it is okay, sorry, it becomes s, okay. If the last consonant of the verb is minus voices, all right. So, for example, we have okay. So we have learn. Sorry. Okay. Born. Okay. Ear. Per, whatever, okay, buck, okay, stud, and knock, all right. So, of course, here, all of these are pronounced as z, all right. When we have voiceless sound, when the last consonant of the verb is voiceless, like a talk, all right. So this of course becomes so. So how do we translate this? We would say the English plural s is a voiced sound, voiced alveolar fricative, non-strident sound. Sorry, z, which becomes s if the last or the final consonant of the verb is voiceless. Now that's the informal rule. Alright, let us turn this into a formal rule. Alright, so we're going to have consonants, that's z, alright, plus consonantal, minus syllabic, minus R, plus continued, plus anterior, plus coronal, plus strident, plus voice. Alright, all of this, this becomes so. Now, remember earlier on we said that on the right side of the arrow, we mentioned only the feature that has changed. Now, which feature has changed when you move from z to s? Yes, that's right. Okay, yes, right. It's voice. So this becomes minus voice. Right. Now, let's take this example now. So talk, and then we have morpheme boundary, and then we have z. Alright? So this z will change to s. So we need to mention the last consonant of the verb, because we're saying if the last consonant of the verb is minus voice. This last consonant is minus. We need to mention this, k, and then the morpheme boundary, and then z. So we would say, okay, if this consonant is voiceless, so this consonant, what's important for us is it says if the consonant is voiceless. So this consonant is minus voice. It could be k, it could be p, okay, same thing. It could be any other, okay. It could be t, etc. So it's minus voice. That's the common thing that these consonants have. So that's the voiceless, okay, the voiceless consonants. And then following the voiceless consonants, what do we have? We have the morpheme boundary. So we will put the morpheme boundary. Now, where is that z that becomes s? It's right here. So that's z. It's right here. It's preceded by a morpheme boundary, and the morpheme boundary is preceded by a voiceless stop. Now, this is our formal rule. In other words, this means that you need to go over the feature. For those of you who are still struggling with features, they still need to do a little more effort to keep up with and catch up with the situation in general, with this in particular. All right. So this is a case of assimilation. All right. Now we move on to deletion. All right, and we take an example. We take an example for deletion. Okay, remember. In French, we have, for example, we say petite âne. All right. Now this consonant is deleted when the following word begins with a consonant. Now it is not deleted because the following word begins with a vowel. So we would say, for example, look, petit garçon. All right. So we transcribe this with the petit garçon. All right. And this is transcription. All right. So we would pronounce the sounds. So we actually, this is what we pronounce. Petit garçon. What happens? What happens to this t? It is deleted. Why is it deleted? Because the following word begins with a consonant. Alright? So, our informal rule says this. A consonant is deleted when it is in word final position and the following word begins with a consonant. So we have two conditions. The consonant which is deleted must be in word final position, okay? And the following word must begin with a consonant. Take the other example, okay? Look. Trop étroit. Now look at this term, okay? Too narrow. Look at this term. When we have, for example, trop étroit, trop large. What do we say? We say trop large. What happens to this term? It is deleted. Why is it deleted? Because it's in word final position and because the following word begins with a consonant. So we have two conditions. the consonant must be in word final position, and the following word must begin with a consonant. So that's the informal. How do we translate? Remember, our goal is to translate informal rules into formalizations. All right. So we have what this is deletion. Remember, deletion is this. Okay. Deletion is this. So that's a consonant. A consonant is deleted. This is what's happening. Now remember, when is it deleted? That's the context. That's A, B, that's the change, remember? This is what has changed, the consonant, that's the change, and then the context. The context says the consonant is a word final position. Word final position, remember? That's word final position. Okay, now the following word is here, and the following word begins with a consonant. So after, what do you have after word boundary? You have another word. Okay, you might consider doing this. Okay, so this is possible. All right, it's possible to do this. Say this is the end of one word and the beginning of the next. Alright, so the next word begins with a consonant. Alright, so this actually would seem, although a little more complicated, but pretty much clearer than the first one. Okay, so that's the case for deletion. Alright, we're taking one more example with the deletion. Alright, let's take, for example, an example from Tashheed, okay? An example from Tashheed, vowel deletion. Remember some of the examples we've seen in Tashheed? Is, okay. Okay, now we take one more example for deletion, okay? Alright, so remember in Tashheed, okay, in Tashheed, possessive pronoun, okay, possessive pronoun. Inu, okay, which means mine. Alright? Sorry, we should have this inu in transcription, okay? Oops, that's it. That's inu, alright? Okay, if we take, for example, an example like me, this is a house, alright? For those of you who don't know it, this means house, alright? And then inu, okay? And then let's say girls, that's man, inu, okay? Terwa, that's children, inu, alright? Tanuhat, inu, that's wife or woman. So this means my house, my man or my husband, that's my children, and that's my woman or my wife. Okay, that's we have the whole family right here. Okay, so what happens is that the suffix vowel, this vowel, alright, is deleted if the noun ends in a vowel. So this noun ends in a vowel, and so this vowel will be deleted. And then when you say my house, you say tigmi nu, without this V. Now here, on the other hand, we have a consonant in final position. So this vowel will not be deleted. And my name is Argaz Inu, Argaz Inu. Okay? On the other hand, here we have vowel, so this vowel will be deleted. So how do you say my children? You say tarwanu. Okay. Here another example, but we have a consonant and therefore this vowel will be kept, won't be deleted. Fine. How do we represent it? The informal, to write the rule in plain English, you would say that the suffix vowel is deleted if the noun ends in a vowel. Okay. Now, is this vowel which is deleted? All right. Because of the presence of this vowel, this vowel is beginning this word. This vowel is in final position of this word. So we have a vowel is deleted. So it's this vowel which is deleted. But it's because of this vowel. Alright, it's deleted because we have a vowel, this one. And then, after this vowel, what do we have? Morpheme boundary, because that's the end of one word, and the beginning of another, right here. And that's where we have the vowel which is deleted. Okay? So that's, for example, T, me, that's the E for T to me. And then we have E, no. Alright, that's the E for E, no. And then we delete this one. And between the two we have, of course, morpheme boundaries. Okay? Good.